afternoon, traders. Hopefully, everyone had a great weekend and a fabulous Monday. All the three major indices are up. What a nice, fun day to be long. All right, we're going to go over a couple of stocks that we got into today, go over the stocks that we do own, and maybe give you a couple that look really promising going into Tuesday. All right, let's get right into it. First one is KNDY. KNDY. So I got into Candy early this morning, right probably in the first hour that the market opened. And here's why. All right, so it had kind of had some news and it kind of gapped up a little bit. So it popped up on my watch list as a possible contender, and then it kind of just sold off the first half hour, and then it spiked right here, right at 8:30 Pacific time, right? So I kind of started buying it right in this lower level with that idea that it might start moving once it touched this trend line right here. Okay, so I got lucky a little bit with the news and the recent high volume. I thought this was a great contender, good risk rewards setup. So I'm in KNDY at 725. I wish it would have closed a little higher above this point of control, but I still believe that this 1308, 1313 area will come into play here in the next few days. So we're going to hang tight. We're going to see what tomorrow brings, and then hopefully make some money out of this one. I really think this one's going a lot higher. I mean, it spiked up here in after hours in the $19 range. I think in the regular trading hours, it went up to like the 17 high 17, low 18s. So I think there's a lot of room and there's a lot of great news, especially in the space in the whole EV market with Workhorse and obviously Tesla and Neo and there's a few others out there. I think this is poised to run. All right, next stock that we got into, courtesy of a good friend of mine from Orlando, David from Orlando. We had played NGVC in the past, and again, home market was doing really well, but NGVC was selling off. So I'm like, you know what? This might be a great opportunity to get into the stock. So that's what I did. I took a flyer for no other reason that there's nothing out there that should suggest this sell-off. So is nothing bad, underlying, that they're going bankrupt or anything like that. So I thought, okay, this is just a natural pullback. Let me take a shot. So I got in at 14.55, and so far the trade it closed at 15. So where the trade is working, let's bring this up on a yearly 1 year. Here we go. So here we go. This is a 1 year from the lows of the $5 range all the way to 17. Now, what you want to do on this, you can put a nice little trend line, right, from here to here. See how it goes. Okay, so it did the trend line, bounced here, bounced again. You may want to retest this trend line before it goes higher. So that's your line in the sand right there. This obviously this trend line will keep going up as time goes on. So this will move higher. So I think if it starts going below that $14 range, you would have to reassess your position. Luckily, I'm in already at that 14.55 zone, so I feel like a 50-cent loss with an upside that's could be in the dollars is a great risk reward ratio. All right, so let's go over some of the stocks that we do own. ADS. Let's take a look at ADS. Now ADS we got in at 43.10. It's up to 44.94. So let's call it 45. So we're up about $1.90, almost 2 points, and this is setting up really nicely to move higher, right? The 5 is over the 13 EMA. The 9 SMA is in jeopardy, or it's touching it. It looks like with another good day we could break that and look on the midpoint right here. We're setting up nicely going into tomorrow. Maybe a small pullback in the low 44s. If you're not in it, you may want to take a stab at it in the low 44s. All right, so that's ADS. Next stock that we are also up in is PGTI. We're in at 17. This is at 17.32 right now. I have a couple alerts set still at the 16.49 area. If it goes below that, I doubt it will. Everything is setting up for a nice little breakout. So we're going to monitor that, but everything looks really good, especially if we can get above this recent 20-day high of 17.56. This is poised to get into the low 18s really quickly. All right, one stock I did have to sell out today, unfortunately, is STNG. STNG. All right, Scorpio Tankers. This just was not participating with the market, which is always a major concern. And if you could see now, um, look, it's the 5 is crossing the 13 to the downside, so shorts are going to try to pound this. It doesn't mean that this can't go up and reverse course tomorrow. If that's the case, great. We might get long again. We're not here on trying to figure out where it's going to go. We just want to kind of follow the trend and look at key levels to get into so we could make money, right? So I have an alert set here at 1336. If it could breach that, it'll get back on my watch list, and then we can take a position or look into it again. All right, so I'm taking off STNG off our list right now. We did take a 55-cent loss on that. All right, so on a positive note, we have NET, Cloudflare, right? We got in at 39.50 last week. We're at 43.50. That's a 4-point gain right now, right? We're, 42.50. So we have a 3-point gain on this. We're going to let our winners ride. But look, if you want to take a profit anytime, I do not blame you. It's hard enough to make money on this market day to day. If you have a nice little, cushion, you want to take half off the table, that's always something smart and prudent to do. All right, so that's NET. The next one was ABR. We got into ABR last week at 950. If you remember correctly, I said a break above that value area high of 950 should send this higher. We had great earnings, and this stock is moving higher and most likely will continue to move higher. If we could get into that $11 range, I could see 11, 12 bucks in a really short period of time. Here's another one. We're up $1 on the stock. If you want to take half off the table, there is absolutely nothing wrong with putting some money away. All right, so that was that. We gave you NGVC. And KNDI. Some key levels on KNDI again is going to be that 860 range. That's the value. That's the point of control. Hopefully we can break through that tomorrow, and we could see that continue higher. All right. So two other stocks that are setting up nicely for tomorrow are first one is TLRY, TLRY. TLRY. They're in the marijuana space. Their earnings are on the 10th. I do not want to play this again. I do not want to play this for earnings, but I wouldn't mind playing it going into earnings with a little bit of a short squeeze. And in fact, it looks like it's setting up for that, for just that. Here's the point of control. It's above that. Great sign. Here's the Bollinger Band midpoint. We're above that going into tomorrow. And then lastly, we're a little bit that 513 is not where I'd like it to be. But if you look at this candle, it looks like a bottoming candle, right? So it looks like traders wanted to send this down, and it came right back up. So to me, it kind of appears that it wants to go higher. So again, tomorrow, on a small pullback with a really, really tight stop of today's low would be a great time to get into a position. That's what I'm looking for on that one. And then another one is, let's see right here, where was that? NXTC. I'm going to blow this up a little bit. I'm going to maximize it so you can take a look. After this major sell-off about 20 days ago, about a month ago, it's been basing for the longest time here, right? So this stock is ready to either go above that 988 and just start going higher, or break down. My money is on it going higher. These setups are usually indicative of a move higher, because a lot of the sellers that want to be out are already out. We have a couple of different analysts with really nice price targets, believe it or not. A couple in the low 30s, a couple in the low 20s, 117 that came out last week. So I think this is really poised for either a little short squeeze and a move higher, and so we could really make some money on this one. Because if this does move, it'll move quite a bit. Okay, so those are the two stocks that I like going into tomorrow. We're going to, again, see the first 30-minute candle, look at the volume, and then make our decisions based on those two criteria. All right, again, my name is Eric. You can reach me at eric@valueareatrader.com. That's eric@valueareatrader.com. Hopefully everyone had a great day today. Please subscribe to this channel. We can, together we can really do some, make some money doing this, and then, just do what we enjoy doing, right? And if you have any questions, please just send me your picks on through that email, and I will get right back to you. Again, have a great evening, and remember, trade smart and be safe.